You're about to unlock one of the most underrated slide superpowers called the signaling principle. It's not flashy, it's not dramatic, but it is the difference between slides that are clear and engaging and the ones that are complex and confusing. If there are times that you see a presentation and you feel that the explanation is so clear and engaging without even knowing why it is so, then chances are that the presenter is using the signaling principle the right way. In this video, I'll show you 5 ways you can use the power of signaling principle to make your presentations clear and engaging. Let us jump right in. But before that, I'm Ramgopal from presentationprocess.com. We help professionals like you create engaging presentations. First of all, what is the signaling principle? According to this landmark book called Cognitive Theory of Multimedia Learning by Richard Meyer, people learn better when cues are added that highlight the organization of the essential material. In other words, your audience learns much better when you point out what matters and guide their attention verbally and visually. And in technical presentations, since there is a lot of density of information where there is a chance of high cognitive load, this signaling principle can be a very big difference. I'm sure we have all seen slides like this. I want you to take a moment to notice what goes on in your mind as I explain this slide. Start. Today, let's discuss the relationship between RDRS Mainframe Manager and RDRS Open Platform Manager, especially the relationship between capture agents and apply agents. Stop. Now, what went on in your mind as you heard the explanation? Chances are that you looked at the slide, you heard me talking about something called RDRS Platform Manager something, and you wondered where to look at in the slide, and you just kept looking all over the place and you neither could hear what I was saying nor could you see what was shown. This kind of confusion that happens quite commonly whenever you make an explanation of a concept is what is prevented by including the signaling principle the right way. Now listen to the same explanation, but this time I'm applying the signaling principle. Start. Today, let's discuss the relationship between RDS Mainframe Manager and RDS Open Platform Manager, especially the relationship between capture agents and apply agents. Stop. Now, did you notice the difference? All I did was to fade in a simple red box on a click. This helped the audience to focus their attention on exactly the point I was talking about. I also used my cursor to point to the audience about the exact point I was discussing about, and therefore they could pay attention to what I was saying and sync it with what they are seeing, and therefore the understanding and engagement levels increased dramatically. This fundamentally is what signaling principle is all about. By providing clear verbal and visual cues, you make it easy for your audience to follow your explanation. Now let me show you 5 ways you can apply the signaling principle to make your explanations much more engaging and clear for your audience. The first way is to lead with the cursor. Now try following my cursor as I point to certain text on slide. Now try following the cursor as I show the text. Can you see the difference? Just by increasing the size of your cursor, you make it so much easier for your audience to follow your cue. So how do you increase the size of your cursor? It's very simple. First, go to Settings. Once you go to Settings, then go to this option called Accessibility. In that, you will get the option for mouse pointer and touch, and here you will find the option to change mouse pointer style. You can increase the size of your cursor by clicking and dragging along this slider. And you can observe that the size of my cursor increases as I drag. And if you are comfortable with, say, around size 5, that's good. Then if you want to make it even clearer for your audience to see your cursor, then you can change the color of your cursor. You can go to this option here called Custom, and you can make it yellow or pink, whichever color that you think will draw the viewer's attention. I'm choosing yellow, and once I'm done, I can go back to my slide, and when I go to slideshow, I can point my cursor and it'll be much easier for the audience to see what I'm pointing to. If you are recording your presentation using a screen recording program, Most programs offer the facility of increasing the size of your cursor, or they give you the facility to highlight your cursor using a yellow colored highlight. See what kind of options are available in your program and take advantage of it. Of course, once you are done with your presentation, you can come back to the settings and make your cursor go back the way it was before, so it doesn't feel odd for you to work with the other programs. Now, what if you don't want to increase the size of your cursor? Is there an alternative? Yes. When you go to slideshow mode, you can change your cursor into a laser pointer. All you need to do is to use a simple shortcut called Ctrl L. Now your cursor turns into a laser pointer. Now see how easy it is for me to draw the viewer's attention to the various parts of the diagram. That is applying the signaling principle to your presentation slides. Of course, when you hit escape, your cursor comes back to its original form. The next thing you can do to apply the signaling principle is to lead with drawings. I showed one example of using the drawings to draw the viewer's attention in my earlier demo, when I used a simple red box to draw your focus. Normally, a simple thumb rule that I follow is, whenever I need to make an explanation of something very complex looking like the one that you see here, I make it a point to divide it up into something manageable. Now, to explain my business flow process, instead of showing a diagram that looks so complex and intimidating, I can make it easy for my audience by saying, this is my business flow process. Let us understand this simply by dividing it into 3 parts. The first part is this, the second part is this, and the third part is this. Now, let us focus only on the first part so we can understand the inner workings of this process. Can you see, it is so much easier on the eyes and also on the minds of my audience when I approach it this way. The next way to apply signaling principle is to lead with spotlights, especially when you want to present your graphics. Now, look at this. I want to explain to the audience how this lathe machine works. Now, instead of just talking about the machine, I can draw the viewer's attention to certain parts of the machine like this with a simple application of a fade animation. Now, once I finish explanation for this specific part, I can click and move their attention to the next part. And then I can move the attention to the next part. It's a very powerful way to explain your ideas, especially when you have something very complex to explain. This could be you explaining the anatomy and physiology if you're a doctor, or if you're an engineer, you could be explaining a map or some kind of an engineering diagram. This technique applies in every single case. I've already made 3 different videos that explains to you how to use this moving spotlight technique. I will leave a link in the description box below to all 3 videos. You can click on the links and understand how to apply the signaling principle by using moving spotlights so you can present your technical presentations with a lot more clarity and engagement. The next way you can apply the signaling principle is by leading with colors. Now, let us say I want to explain my social media engagement data using an Excel file. One way is I can just show an intimidating looking bar chart like this and make my audience figure out what they need to figure out. Or I can make it easy for my audience by highlighting the specific bar I'm talking about with a different color. Now, your audience doesn't need to get confused about what bar to look at as you explain a certain point because that bar is already highlighted in a different color. One way is for you to do these changes manually in your slides, or you can use professional templates like our comprehensive all-in-one PowerPoint bundle where all the templates are already designed using these learning principles in mind. So if you see here, I can highlight the highest point here and it is already inbuilt into this template because we have included a simple formula to highlight the highest value. To give you another example, this is an iceberg chart where you can see the values which are above a certain benchmark clearly demarcated as the tip of the iceberg and the rest of the values are shown under the sea. Now, you can make this even better by using proper verbal cues to add to the explanation. For example, if I change the title from something generic to something like this, which says, in June, we recorded our highest sales, and then you point out the highest sales here with the difference in color, it makes it even easier for your audience to follow your cue. The same way, instead of just having a generic title, I can have this iceberg chart to have May to August, we outperformed our benchmark as our title and you can see that the audience immediately looks for the evidence and it is right there in front of them. So whether you follow our templates or you do it manually, make sure that your audience finds it easier for you to understand your explanation. Now, the last idea to improve your explanation by using the signaling principle is to use the power of custom animation strategically. Now, take a look at this. This is one of the most commonly used slide types called the bullet point slide. Now, the thing is, when you start your explanation, your audience can very easily follow your cue because you're talking about the first point and they are also on the first point. Now, the problem happens when you are on to say third or fourth point, because by that time, your audience has already read through your slides, or sometimes they are stuck with the earlier points and therefore they are not with you while you are explaining a certain point. A simple solution is to reveal one point at a time. For that, all you do is to select all the points like this, choose a simple fade animation and say on click, and then when you go to slideshow, on a click you have your first point, finish your explanation, go to the next one, finish your explanation, so on. So as you explain, your audience knows exactly where to look at. Now, there are times that you may have to show all your points in one go because that gives them the overall context, but still you want to draw their attention to just one point at a time. A simple solution is to use custom animation a little more creatively like this. Here, the audience can still see what is being talked about, but then here on a click, you can see that only a certain point is highlighted. And once I finish my explanation, I can go to the next point. The audience still knows what was talked about earlier, but then their attention is clearly on the point of discussion, and therefore I can move my audience's attention according to my pace, and therefore I can keep them engaged all throughout. If you don't want to use something complex like this, of course, this is a template from our comprehensive all-in-one bundle. You can use a variation like this. This is color fill on click. Once I finish explaining a point, I can differentiate it with a different color, and you can see as I move through the various points, the ones that are covered are clearly shown. And that is what distinguishes the templates from our comprehensive all-in-one PowerPoint bundle from all the other templates that you see in the market. Every single template is designed keeping the learning principles in mind. So your audience constantly stays with you and understands and remembers your information far better. Now, comprehensive all-in-one bundle is also available as a bundle along with our PowerPoint Mastery program. The link to this bundle is available in the description box below the video. Click on the link and check out more details about these two products. In the meantime, I will leave a link to this useful video that I made called How to Create Spotlight Labels Using Custom Animation Creatively. The link is right now on your screen. Click on the link, watch that video and learn how to use the signaling principle to improve your explanation. I'll see you inside that video next.